Hello, everyone, friends. I'm very disappointed. I'm even hurt. It seems like once again, I have to come to you, the bearer of bringing forth information that I'm not looking forward to bringing you. I had scheduled this weekend, April the 2nd, a discussion with Stephen Whitsett that was supposed to take place in Fremont, Nebraska. The discussion details have changed so many times that I'm very uncomfortable. I have to travel over 700 miles one way. Holger Neubauer, my moderator, had travel arrangements by plane already set to attend this debate. Times have changed. Venues have changed. Let me give you some quick, brief history. Originally, for the last several years, I had no interest in discussing this with Stephen Whitsett. Zero. The reason is because we had been engaged in the conversation several times on Facebook, and I saw him engaging others on Facebook. I saw that he had he had no desire to even think about being open about considering what we were discussing. Very close-minded, in my opinion of it. I saw he was not a pastor, quote-unquote pastor, not a preacher. He had no supporting congregation. He had no influence. So I said, I don't want to talk. I don't want to deal with somebody like this in some kind of an open format public discussion. So I had no desire, zero, to talk with the guy. Well, via a few other people, they said, well, what if he gets a venue? I said, hey, if he gets a supporting congregation that will support a discussion, I'm in. I'll go right now. Let's do it. So they must have contacted Stephen, and Stephen, or maybe I posted, maybe Stephen just saw it. However it worked out, Stephen contacts me via private messenger, and I want to read you what he said to me. He said, let me get this up. I had it up. It shifted a little bit on my screen. He says, "Okay, this is a quote. Okay, I have a venue for a debate/discussion, a church of up to 300 plus. We just need a date to do it. April through June on any Saturday night in Fremont, Nebraska." Well, okay. Hey, you got a supporting congregation. Now, by supporting, what this means is not somebody that says, hey, we encourage you, Stephen, good luck, buddy. Yeah, patting them on the back. No. A supporting congregation is a congregation that gets behind an individual's theology, idea, proposition, supports them in it, and has interest in it to the degree that they will allow it to take place at their building, and they will be coming in attendance, that will be being advertised, and they will be fully supportive of the entire thing in that way. Not just somebody says, oh, I hope you win, good luck. So he has a supporting, quote-unquote, congregation, okay? So then I replied back. I said, I've been involved with quite a few debates, and I can tell you from experience that we will need more time to deal with this discussion because he only wants to do it on a one-night thing. He says, well, we'll have 2 sessions on Saturday. Well, okay, so reluctantly, I acquiesced, all right? So the discussion continues. So then I said this. I said, let me scroll down and find it. Let me find it here. I thought I had it. General outline. He says, I said, my concern is that there will not be a supporting congregation. Now, why is that? Here's what I said. I said, can you assure me that the church will promote it and it will be advertised with decent attendance? He said, oh, yes. The church is a satellite congregation of over 1,500 people. So, Lifegate Church in Fremont, Nebraska. He goes on to say that their pastor is even going to be his moderator, a pastor by the name of Wilson. Since then, they dropped it. He sends out a new flyer. Didn't contact me, didn't tell me, didn't explain nothing, just a new flyer. We're going to do it at the Church of Nazarene now in Fremont. Okay. Is the original moderator still moderating? Lifegate Church still moderating? Maybe some of their people are still interested in coming. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Well, if it's going to be held at the Church of the Nazarene and they're advertising, I'll still go. Even if there's only 40 or 50 people, I'll go for that. Then they dropped them. Now it's at the Family Center at a Baptist church in Fremont. Why all the changes? What's going on here? Nobody's willing to support this. Nobody's willing to host this. Then the time changes. Oh, I had to change the time. Why? Because at the Baptist church hall that he's renting, this room that he's renting, he has to be out by 5 p.m. so the janitor can clean it before Sunday services. Now Hoger had already secured travel arrangements, a flight into Omaha that did not arrive until 10 a.m. because originally it was supposed to be at 1 p.m. schedule at the Lifegate Church. Now all of a sudden he's saying, no, it's at 10 a.m. We got to do it then because we got to be out of the room I rented. Folks, listen, this costs thousands of dollars. This will take me 4 days to go there, and already he's lost 3 congregations that will not support him. I called the Baptist church where this was being held. They said, yes, we know of the event. We rented him the room. You rented him the room? Yeah, we rented him. Wait a minute, I thought you were supporting him. Oh, no, we're not supporting him. I said, is anybody there even aware of it? No, we have no interest in this. I said, is your pastor even going to attend it? He might not. I don't know. If he has an interest, he might, the secretary said. So I called the Church of the Nazarene. We want nothing to do with this. Nothing. We're not supporting it. We're not advertising it. So I called Lifegate Church. Now, Lifegate Church is hard to get through. I never was able to talk to this Wilson fellow, who was supposedly going to be his moderator. The Lifegate Church says, not talking to the headquarters in Omaha. Now, I never heard of it. This seems highly unlikely to me. Not what we do. Oh. I'm not going. I'm not going. Here's what I propose. Stephen, you've rented the hall, the room, Family Center at the Baptist Church for this Saturday, 10 a.m. Here's what I will do for you. I will be there via Zoom. I'll be available. You want to debate this? Put me up on the big screen in front of whoever comes there, your wife, your kids, a couple people, whatever. Put me up on the big screen. It'll be just like I'm live, but I'll be there on the computer via Zoom. You can do it that way. I'm not spending all the time. I'm not spending all the money. I'm not spending all the aggravation of doing something that keeps shifting, keeps changing. He keeps saying, oh, I got so many people coming. Well, I've heard that from the beginning, Stephen. From the very beginning, I've heard this. From the very beginning, I said, you're a man of no influence. I have no desire to talk to you. But then when you come back and you say, oh, I got all these supporting people, and then it kept falling. I'm sorry. You broke the covenant. There's consequences to that. We had an agreement, start at 1 p.m. at Lifegate Church, April the 2nd, 300 plus people. I assure you, Basden, that's what we're going to do. Then it all changes. No, I'm not playing that game. I'm not going to do it. I'll be there via Zoom if you want to do it that way. How's that? And if you don't want to do it that way, that's on you. I'll be there if you will allow it to be that way. If not, don't know what to tell you. I'll tell you what, I'll go a step further than that. I can assure you, Hoger will be with me. Both of us will be here for the round table. We can do it via Zoom. have it broadcast right into the room you're renting. I've been in this circumstance before, more than once. So that's the situation. That's the situation in a nutshell. I'm sorry for it. I regret it. I've lost sleep over this. But at the end of the day, I must be a good steward of that which the Lord has blessed me with in regards to my work with the church. I feel it'll be a total waste of time. I feel it'll be a total waste of money, be a total waste of effort. He has nobody really backing him. Nobody. Sam Frost is somebody with no influence out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, that Hoger's already dealt with. He says, well, I got my people on the internet. I got my college people over in Zimbabwe or whatever. Well, if the internet's that successful, I'll be there on the internet. We'll make it happen. See how easy that is? We'll do it via internet. Because you broke the contract, not me. Sorry that it had to be this way. And I'm disappointed. I was looking forward. We already had plane flight reservations. We already had other reservations made. I already prepared our congregation. They had somebody else going to be stepping in to preach for me in my absence. I already told my radio audience I would not be here this weekend because I was going to be in Nebraska at a debate. And unfortunately, due to the circumstances that the agreement that was broken by Stephen Whitsett, it is the way it is. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Oh, and hey, somebody legitimate? Your congregation really supporting you? You really want to get it done? Let's just be men of integrity and keep the promises we make originally so that we all can make corresponding schedules and itineraries so that this thing can go through as originally promised. There's a couple hiccups along the way. I get it. I'm a reasonable person, but at this level, to this degree, no. No. Let me know. Steve, if you want to do it via internet, I'm there. And if you don't, you broke